Daddy, what is God?
I've been searching for a better way.
Hey there, YouTube. It's Justin, the Snap-on Junkie. How the fuck are you guys doing today? Okay, so today what we're going to do is we're going to do this Ratchet restoration. This one is going to take pretty much all of my skills, I think, here. This is really a re-chroming type issue here. But I'm going to see what I can do with it. Like, I'm going to have to, there's a lot of fine scratches and stuff in it. I don't know if you guys can see this here. Hold on here. Look at that. Fuck. You know? So, as you can see, this thing is pretty bad here. Right there. Fucking thing. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to take this apart, and I'm going to show you this head is kind of wobbly and fucked. I'm going to kind of show you why. It's missing a piece. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this thing in the BELCROSS solution probably a good 12 hours, and then we're going to have to really look at this pitting here. Now, a lot of you don't know this Ratchet is for Jordan Wolf. He has a YouTube channel. I will go ahead and, you know, you can look that up. I'll try to get a link down in the description for you guys. You can go check it out, and it explains why he sent it to me and all that type of stuff. But anyway, you know, we're going to work on just getting this thing de-rusted first, and then, you know, we're going to figure out what we can do with it here. But anyway, so what you need to take this thing apart here is really just a Phillips screwdriver and a hammer and a punch. And then I'll show you what parts got to go into the solution and all that type of stuff. Alrighty guys, so what you got to do to take these style ratchets apart is you need your little, you know, screwdriver here, and you just unscrew these things, and then you push it out. Now, why this thing is loopy or kind of not fitting right is there's another piece that's supposed to go, fucking thing, there we go. I don't know if you can see it here, but there's another piece that's supposed to be under this that takes up some of the slop in here, okay? It's not that the gears are worn out or anything like that. It's just that this is, you know, kind of hokum in here, that somebody took this thing apart and did a shitty job of trying to fix this. And I would tell people that, you know, if you want to do this at home, kind of follow the steps that I'm going. You don't want to rough this up or buy one that's this bad. I would say that this thing was left outside or found in a ditch, you know, and it was pretty fucked up. So the only pieces that you want to put in there is this shit. This is the cover plate. Because you don't get another one of those. So you just drop it in the solution. Okay, the rest of this stuff, you got to give back to your Snap-on guy. You're supposed to, but they really don't give a shit. Now, the next thing you got to do is get this thing out of here. And we're probably going to have to go put this in the vise to get this out of here, because there's a spring and all this type of shit back in there. Okay guys, we're over here at the vise. Now we're going to try to get this to come out of there. Shit. Wasn't in there very good. There we go. This fucking piece of shit thing. This one is really in there. Okay, so now that we got that out of there, you can see that this thing is pretty not skookum. Now this piece right here, focus, there you go. This piece is junk. And then what we got to work on now is, I don't know if you can see that down in there, but there's a little spring and shit that's going to come out of there. But anyway, that's how you take one of these ratchets apart. Really no big deal. Then what you got to do is put it in the evaporust, and then we'll see what we got like tomorrow morning. Okay guys, we're here again on the wrench restoration. This shit has sat overnight, okay, and we're just gonna see kind of what we got. I can tell that it worked. It broke the rust down. This thing is heavily rusted. You know, it might need some more time here to get it looking really good. I think we're gonna have to let this sit another night. Just by looking at it. It didn't really... Well, it did an alright job on this. We might have to try something different. We're definitely going to have to steel wool a lot of it there. But we'll see what we can do here. Okay guys, I got some other stuff to do today, but you know, I tried to steel wool it up, and you know, I'm just waiting for it to, you know, I'm trying to get some more of the stuff off to get a whole bunch of the chowder off of it, you know. So we'll let this shit sit some more, you know, a couple more hours, and we'll see if we can get, you know, get it cleaned up a little bit better. You know, I can get it to where it's pretty good, but it's just, you know, it's not to my level. So we're going to let this sit a little bit to get some of the deep chowder out of it and see what we can do. Okay guys, we're back at it here with this ratchet restoration. And again, this is for Jordan Wolf here. Really what I'm trying to do is, this thing was so rusty. What I'm trying to do is, I'm just taking a little sandpaper and trying to get some of the peaks, you know, some of the peaks off. So when he grabs a hold of this thing, it's kind of smooth. You can see that we got it de-rusted pretty good. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go into a 3-step polishing process. First, we're going to start out with cutting it. You know, that's going to get all the fine scratches off and shit like that. Then we're going to add some color. And then the last thing will be a final polish. So this is my 600 grit sandpaper here. Well, fuck. Oh, here it is. So what I'm trying to do is just go like this, you know, just to get, I'm trying to get it smooth for them. You know, I really realize that I can't get it 100% perfect, but I'm trying my best to get it right. So, you know, I'm just going to sand this till I feel like I got all the, you know, all the high spots off. Now I'm using 600 grit sandpaper here, which is pretty fine stuff, you know, and I can easily cut that out with the cutter, you know what I'm saying, like, to get it smooth, you know, but it's going to take a little bit of work. Okay, everybody, as you can see here, we got it sanded pretty smooth to where it feels pretty good to the touch. I mean, it's not 100% perfect, but now we're going to get into polishing. Okay, and I'm going to show you the steps that I do that, the 3-step process, how we're going to bring this thing back to life. And I'll kind of show you just the steps, and then I'll turn the camera off and work on it, because you know, I like to have it a certain finish, you know, and it takes a lot of time to get there. Like it might take me an hour and a half to get this polished to where I feel comfortable in what I'm doing, or you know, like not comfortable in what I'm doing, but comfortable in what it looks like. So I'll show you the steps here, and then we'll get right into it. What I had to do here was break down and go from 120 to 600 grit. You know, I had to get some of these rough high spots off, so when Jordan grabs a hold of it, it feels smooth in his hand. Yes, it feels used, you know what I'm saying? But this tool has some soul in it, and now I'm putting my soul and my craftsmanship into it, and that's what this project was supposed to be about. And if you guys have anything out there, old tools like this, you can see that this thing was pretty bad. It was fucking terrible. But once we start polishing on it and getting it brung back to life, it's going to look really nice. So let's move over into that step. Okay guys, we're over here at the polishing wheel, and what we got on here is an orange wheel, and this is a cutting wheel. Okay, I leave the high polishing wheel always on here, but I go from the cutting, and then we're going to go to a color wheel and all that stuff. So how this works is you just turn the thing on. Get you some compound on there, and then you just start moving this back and forth. Okay guys, we'll get back to that in a minute once I get this colored up cut real nice. Alrighty guys, as you can see, I got it cut pretty well here. I mean, this thing is gonna polish up beautiful. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna switch the wheel, and we're gonna go into a color compound, and what that'll do is just eliminate some more fine scratches, you know what I'm saying? And then when we go into the high luster shine, this thing is going to look, you know, not brand new because all this down here, but it's going to look really good. You know, and before you couldn't really see snap-on in there and what part number it is and all that stuff. But now, you know, I mean, it's got some glistening to it. So I'll get this wheel changed, and then we'll be back and I'll show you how to cut it a little bit. All right, everybody. I got this color wheel put on there, and what this is going to do is just add some color, you know, get that really deep looking shine is really what it's going to do. And then the last step will be over here. So I'll let you watch me do this a little bit so you guys can get, you know, you can figure out some of this shit for yourself. can see, focus, we're starting to get a little color to this in depth. Let me work on it here a little bit, and then I'll show it to you after I get the color done. Okay, guys, I think we got the color looking pretty good here. You know, again, you can read all the stuff, and it's got a deep shine to it. So the next step is we're going to completely clean the part with some lacquer thinner, just to make sure we got all this of the cutting compound and the green color compound off this thing. Shit. And then what we'll do is get into fine. We're gonna give it a show quality shine. So we'll get right into that next. Let me get some of this shit cleaned up, and then we'll move into that section next, and I'll show you a little bit more about this. And then when you see the finished product, you know, this color is going to be really, really deep and lustrous. So, okay, guys, I got the part clean. You know, I feel like there's no compound on it. Now we're going to get into the color wheel, okay? Now, the color wheel, you know, this is an ultra soft, it's like a silk pad or whatever. I'm actually going to have to get a new one here soon, but we should have enough on this one. And I'm going to use the blue bar. So we used orange, and this is kind of orange and gray color or for cut. Then what we did is put green with yellow, and now we're going blue with white. So I'll show you that section, and this is going to be the last polished part of it. Okay, guys, as you can see here, we got it finished polished. It actually looks really good. You know, like down here in the, you know, we got all these pits kind of all the same color. There's no, you know, fine scratches in it from where we took that sandpaper to it. So I think we're about as good as we can get right here. You know, obviously, I mean, I could spend hours trying to get this thing perfect, but I mean, I think it, you know, from where we came from in the beginning of the film to now, I mean, this thing looks pretty good. So now what we got to do is just get ready to rebuild the inner kit. I'm going to clean up all this polishing dust because it gets fucking everywhere. But I got an hour in this to get it to this point. You know, like you can see, I mean, it's really lustrous. It feels good in the hand. It's not 100% smooth, but it's not gonna be, you know. And we got this looking good. I mean, you can definitely tell it's got some shine to it. I mean, if you get the light just right, you can, you know, fucking move it around. But anyway, that's all I got on polishing. I hope you learned the system that I use. You know what I'm saying? If you guys would like to send me your Ratchet to restore like this, I can do that. But just let me know what you think of this. Leave it down in the comment section. But okay, guys, now we're to the point that we're going to rebuild this Ratchet. Okay, and I just wanted to show you the part number here, if you can see that. Fuck. There you go. This is the rebuild kit you need for this particular ratchet. It's an FL 720. Now, earlier when we took it apart, I told you that it had a missing piece. And this is what the missing piece was. It's like this groove thing. And what that does is it takes up space when you put in your anvil or whatever you want to call that fucking thing. So anyway, let's put this fucker back together so we can get it back to Jordan and he can use this thing. Now again, I'm real particular about how I like to get this lined up. Okay, so now we're going to use this little punch thing that Mr. Dan Evans sent to us. I'll try the bigger one here. Nope, too big. Okay, so now let's put this in there. Oh, shit. These ratchets kind of suck to rebuild. It's hard to get all the pieces lined up, if you will. Okay, so just make sure that this is down all the way. Okay, we got that. Now what we have to put in is this little spring here. Okay, and this holds, you know, this is for your detent here. And then what we got to do is figure out how to get this in there. And then we got to put this stupid thing back in there. Alright, now we got to put our screws in. Okay guys, now all we got to do is peen this thing over here when we get it figured out. Make sure that we're going, off is off and on is on. Well, we got this, figured out. Now we just got to peen this over. Okay, everybody, I hope you enjoyed me restoring Mr. Jordan Wolf's ratchet. Jordan, there it is, all finished. We have nice, smooth action, no wobbly. You should get another, oh shit, 50 years out of this thing. Hopefully it stays pretty clean. As you guys can tell, I mean, I got this thing to where it feels pretty good in the hand. It's not too rough or anything like that. But anyway, this is Jordan's Ratchet that we'll be sending back to him today. And Jordan, I hope you enjoy it. And also, if there's anybody else out there that would like their Ratchet restored, you can tell, I do a pretty good job of it without re-chroming it and all that type of stuff. I was worried that I wasn't going to be able to do a very good job. I hope Jordan likes it, and maybe, next week sometime he'll shoot a video when he gets it back in his hands and see if he really enjoys it, because he shot one talking about sending it to me. So anyway, I think that's all I got for today, guys. I'm not going to hit anything with the bat today. Apparently that caused a lot of shit, about hitting a scanner with a baseball bat with barbed wire wrapped around it. And I think I'm going to call it Barbarilla. Basically, I kind of like that name, Barbarilla. So that's what we'll call the bat. She will make special appearances every now and then. But until then, I do have some work light, or some light videos coming up, talking about the different work lights, the advantages and disadvantages of those. And that's really all I got, coming up. I didn't buy any tools this week or anything like that. I spent pretty much money last week. So, we'll be reviewing some of the stuff that we already got in the next couple weeks. And then maybe I'll have a repair video for you guys this weekend. I don't know. Me and Jim are supposed to work on the air conditioning of the Western Star. So hopefully that happens. And maybe if we have enough time, I'll run the overhead for you and show you how to do an overhead on a Cummins. But until then, guys, like always, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to have to give this thing, when it came in, it was 0 fire emojis. And when it goes out, I'm going to give it 10 fire emojis, because I feel like I, did a really good job on this thing. I hope he enjoys it. But anyway, thank you so much for watching today, guys. Have a good one.